just scale up and win a normal game of League of Legends?
Well, we're not having a normal game of League of Legends Duckling. All 10 members are beelining it through the mid lane. We've taken a couple of divert off, but they could very well be level 1s afoot.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if this game led to something like that after seeing the draft. And they're both going into each other's red buffs. I hate to find anything because obviously they're visiting each other's red buffs.
This is that do they know that they know that they know that they know type situation. And how much do you like triple guessing one another in the pathing that people have made? Because there are like 4 different spots where either of these teams could be, just because you've made an invade on one side of the map. It doesn't mean that they're not still on the same side. Like, for example, Vanir could have all been in that bot brush, right? In the tri brush on bot side. They've not checked it yet. But they are looking like they're going to face check these 3-4 members of Domino. Now, remember, Ploxy should go sapling at level 1 and be able to check these brushes. Touches on vision.
Staying. Both touching Chrisberger's on vision, and it's touched. That gets locked up. That's unfortunate for the side of Dominus. He does have
Ignite.
that Dredge find away. Yeah, Ignite popped.
That's overzealous. That's too much.
Yeah, a bit too aggressive.
Don't have cooldowns. And unless somebody starts flashing there's no real need to burn the Ignite. It's like a little bit of extra damage in at level 1. I mean, a little bit. Looks like they're going to be able to steal away the red buff, unless I think Ploxy's got Smite and is walking in at level 2. So this is actually really bad for Domino. It's a 50-50, and this is really bad.
And now they need to kind of force something, it feels, as Shakail is low. He's tanked up the whole red buff for so long. And this game just gets weirder and weirder, and Shakail is so far behind already.
And the timing, actually, from Domino is just a bit too off. They engage onto touch, and then they're behind. No. Oh no, Shakail, he's still level 1, bless him.
I think Shakail might actually just die here. The Smite doesn't heal that much anymore, forced to flash over the wall, but Ploxy will just follow. It is a horror start, as Shakail hasn't picked up a camp in 2.5 minutes.
I don't know quite what Domino do from here. This is a really tough spot to be in. Their composition thrives on early game chaos, but they failed the early game chaos part.
Yeah.
So this is really difficult. Like, really difficult.
I'm confused. I'm very much confused right now because you're Shakail, you're level 1, 3 minutes into the game. What do you do? How do you play the game when your opponent's jungler has taken your blue buff as well?
I mean,
look at the solo red buff. That's not happening. He finally gets a buff underneath his spell, but he could get taken down here as well. Slinky has rotated up. Yeah, he's dead again. Shakail might just be dead again. Okay, I spoke too soon. Nice escape there. But it is Vanir owning his jungle at the moment.
But imagine you're Shakail, right? You spend your entire level 1... Okay, he smited that away as well. Fight.
Oh, Ploxy might die here, actually. This could be what turns it around because he has no flash. And Fyumpyung picks it up. Doesn't have the double buff. Here comes Snabby, as you say. Fyumpyung, though, very low, gets taken down onto Lingui. Shakail's so low, he doesn't want to overcommit, and Snabby now too far forward.
Lingui can go crazy there. Not going to go for too much more. The support roam from Domino does sort of save this play a little bit, but Vanir are still very much up. And Shakail is going to be able to get some respite in the lane, in the game, in his early jungle pathing, rather. As that roam from Snobby obviously comes at a cost. Lari loses out on a plate, but no summoner spells, which I think is the really important part here. And with a Xayah in the match as well, just getting gold onto a Xayah early is actually really terrifying. She's a great late game hyper carry because of the self peel that she provides. Navori quick blades as well means that she actually does a lot more damage earlier on. So getting gold there, really good place to have it. Fyumpyung obviously going in and manages to find a good stun despite the twisted advance stalling a little bit, but goes down afterwards. And again, the kill onto Lingui now means that top side 1 versus 1, if it wasn't hard enough, just got even harder because Lingui's got double buffs. The wave was in a bad spot. The double buffs are hurting as well. Shakail kind of forced into this to bail out the Renekton.
No flash though at the very least, so they should be able to take him down. Double buff transfer complete as Shakail gets it back.
Wow.
And that's nice for him.
I don't know how Domino have managed this. They've done exceptionally well. From the first 2 minutes, they were looking like it was doomed. But then since that, it's all turned back around for them. And to the point that I'd actually say they're in a positive position. Yes, Pluxy obviously has a serious CS lead and has got those tier 2 boots, but the fact that Shaquille has been able to salvage the experience that he has and has moved into this, 5-7 minute period with a pickaxe in his back pocket and even on levels, again, exceptional performance.
Shaolin cancelling his back here as well. He also got a bit more poke on out to Luca. And for Snappy to now be back in the bot lane, obviously that means he's not doing much at the moment, but he's getting some crucial XP, right? Because that level 6 is going to be a massive spike for him to really unlock the map in terms of the ultimates he can steal. Champion has rotated into the mid lane as well. Luca does have level 6, but he is also in a 1v2. Flash forced away from Shaolin. It's actually Luca winning out on that one.
For now, there are a few more Domino members still here. As long as this wave's here, I think Luca dies. He's got no flash.
It's never just one member of Domino. Let's be completely honest. That's 3 man. The mid lane are not included of Domino.
Play safe mid, guys. Luca. Play safe mid, please, Luca. We need to be avoiding those. Of course, /S, massive satire. That just feels bad when you win your 1v1, even like a slight 1v2, right? Shaolin forced back to base. The Renekton comes in and you're like, oh, okay, I've staved off this attack. But then Snobby and Shaquille come in and make your life even more miserable. It's absolute doomsday.
It's a very weird game. I don't know how to put a word on it, but that's definitely been action. There's been rotations, and that's led to level leads, CS leads, and now Shaquille comes back top to, just right his wrongs one more time and try and put Lingui under even more pressure.
Yep, here comes the stun.
There's still no flash, so Shaquille should be able to get that. No, Lingui running for now. Very good boomerang return, as he can now look to build up the hyper movement speed. Shaquille can't close the gap anymore. Very good Sonic Wave, though. I was holding my breath and waiting to see if he could hit it, but he did. Nicely played from Shaquille.
I thought tier 2 boots would be enough there. Between the hyper procs and the tier 2 unplated steel caps, I thought he was just going to be able to walk it out, but the final Sonic wave from downtown, and Shaquille manages to find another kill here. Like we say, Domino's early game chaotic style really play into their hands of this composition. The issues are going to be that the plates are not going their way, right? Top lane still 5-5 everywhere, really, in that same situation. But Vanir, they've got 2 plates bot lane, 1 plate top lane. They are in a much better position in terms of gold than just kills, right? This is a great example of kills not being the whole story, despite the fact that it's 2-4 in favor of Domino. There's a lot more carnage at play. The fact that Shaquille has been sacrificing a lot of his farm, Pluxy hasn't. He's got a massive lead in the CS department. I think they're probably about even overall in terms of gold. But it's a very scary situation for Domino because it's like one wrong move and all of this work to keep them even is just going to be undone and they're going to be super far behind.
And one thing that I want to say, we can now conclude about Domino after having watched them for a couple of games with Shaquille, is they're interesting to watch. I mean, their games are fun. And sometimes it goes well, sometimes it goes wrong.
Are we going to ignore that?
Well. Yeah, we're just going to mention it as Snappy. We'll look for touch here. He does have the flash, though, so won't be able to connect on the abscond abduct, as the Herald has now been started up as well by Pluxy.
I hate to take us back to this, but the fact that Shaolin is dying in the mid lane is really detrimental. Not just like, oh, it's one death early on, kind of sucks. It's like the entirety of the tension in the early game from Domino is just relieved in that one kill, and Vanir just again accelerates so far ahead. Shaolin is really quite far behind in terms of experience, as well as that gold department. Yes, he's got the Lost Chapter Tier 1 boots, but Luca's going to go back to base right now. He's got those Mercury treads for safety, and honestly should never really fall again unless it's a bit of a replay of what we saw from them last time. Touch and Crispberg, they're looking for something. Larry has a heal.
Oh, hit up by the dredge line, and here comes the depth charge as well. He's just gone in an instant. The Snappy will try and trade back. The depth charge not used untouched. I thought he might have been able to get the kill there. Regardless, though, he hits up Crispberg, and doesn't need to anything else. Here comes the kill, though. Sonic Wave available. Can he snipe out the recalling? Touch doesn't see him yet. Snappy, man, he plays with confidence. He's so far forward with little to no HP.
Yeah, and now again, the knock-on effects of this. Domino lose the 2v2 on the bot side. Shaolin and Shaquille have to come down to bail them out. That spends a lot of time from Shaquille where he's not farming his camps. It's time from Domino and Shaolin where he's not farming mid either. Now Lingui and Fjumpon, this needs to go to the Renekton.
It needs to, right? But it hasn't so far, and the game is slowly but surely slipping out of Domino's hand. That's probably the statement that I think we can make, considering the fact that Vanir have now gotten a couple more kills on the board. They are slowing down the game, and they are turning it into a more traditional style League of Legends game where they should be able to win out.
Surprised that we didn't see Lingui just go for the all-in there. Ah, Shaolin, you have flash. Should be good.
Oh, actually holds it a bit too long. Maybe trying to get out close to the wall, and that means Snappy. One in trouble as Shakali is here to try and help, but it's a 2v3 until Fyum arrives. Snappy though flashes forward. The twisted advance. A very slow ultimate, but it will connect in the end. But Touch had already hit up the dredge line, and he was out to safety. So much invested and absolutely nothing gained from Domino.
It just screams desperation there from Snarby. He knows that they have to try and claw something back, right? This roster of champions needs a lead in the early stages of the game, and the early game is slowly but slowly dwindling away, and the lead is not forthcoming. Great escape from Touch. Oh, he flashes forward.
Yeah, he very much wanted that, and he will get it as well. That's a kill onto Chrisberg, and it's going from bad to worse for Domino all across the map.
Ouch. That's what I have to say for Domino. That's a great flash from Touch, though. I have to give credit where it's due. Like, getting the perfect timing there to dodge Chain of Corruption. Now Lingui the one in trouble, but he's about to turn Mega. Has no Mega Gnar.
And the damage just not quite there for the side of Domino. And when the damage already isn't there now, this is when it starts to get bad.
Ploxy's got the ulti soon. They're trying to stall for this. He's just hiding. Fyumpun is going to try and stun, and they're going to try and kill. But oh, okay, yeah. Ploxy's just there to make sure that doesn't happen.
I cannot believe the games we've had today. We've had storms and we've had closer games, and it's been chaos all around. I think that's fair to say. And this game is living up to that as well. But now they're saying, no, we want to bring you a normal game of League of Legends where we play on our terms, and they're doing that so far. The fact that they clawed back what Domino had just clawed back previously is very impressive to see for them, especially considering how much is at stake this game, right?
Yeah, you're quite right, actually. The fact that Domino, right, they're 0-2 with Verdant, they kind of need this win to keep themselves in the playoff run. They don't find this one. It's relying on literally perfect results going their way for the rest of the season. Vanir in a slightly similar boat, but a little bit more lenient for them. I do like this, though, from Domino. And when we have these teams that aren't performing in the standings as a whole, them just honing and perfecting a style, I'm more than happy for, right? Domino right here, they're saying, okay, we're going to once again draft ourselves into a hole, and eventually we'll get good at getting ourselves out of this hole. It's just not quite been there yet.
And here comes a Herald charge as well, just 30 minutes in. That's more plates, that's more gold than now. It's developed into a 3,500 gold lead for the side of Vanir. Scaling is on their side. They're feeling good, they're feeling confident. This game is in their hands.
Rod of Ages looks to be the build path for Snarby, so I'm curious about where we see the build go afterwards, because I didn't know if we were going to get like true support with just Engage on the Silas, or if it was going to be a mismatch of like cheap AP items like we tend to see from Heimerdingers, for example. But no, this is just all out into, I'm going to be a carry as well. Why not? We'll go 5 for 5. We don't need a typical traditional support, and we're going to hopefully have that lead through the early stages of the game. It's not particularly came to fruition, unfortunately, for them, and you can see that now they're starting to get harassed in their own jungle. When a Maokai has got free reign to do essentially what Ploxy is doing, you feel it, because he's just able to litter every single brush. You face check all of them with your face, and you end up taking a sapling and 300 HP.
So the Drake has been started off by Domino, but I don't know if they will have the Vanir in the vicinity as well, Larry. The one in trouble, flash and heal, but I don't think it's gonna matter as he gets crunched between two sides of Vanir, though Domino get one back actually. Now look at the one in trouble, forced to flash away. Chrisberg dishing out some damage. It's a 1-for-1, and in the top lane, Fyumpung finds a crucial solo kill, and Domino somehow find a way back.
Yeah, that is crucial. You mentioned that this Renekton, or I mentioned rather that the Renekton needed to be winning in this top side, and Fyumpung is doing exactly that. Luca now caught between his turrets, and Domino extending a little bit too far here. They do not get punished entirely, but they are certainly reaching, and I'm really happy that they're making these proactive plays. because they need to. The only way that they're going to end up winning is if they try and wrest this lead back before it gets turbo outscaled.
So the game is not back to an even state by any means, but it is hope for Domino, I should say. They're getting turbo outscaled, so getting this back denies that for now, gives them more space, gives them more time. Good rotation in total for Domino, very quickly 4-man here to respond to the play from Vanir. And as you said, up in that top lane, it was crucial. It went Fiumpun's way, and it just barely did.
And you can see with the build path as well, I'm 90% sure this is that Blade of the Ruin King into, or rather Prowler's Claw into the Blade of the Ruin King. It is a one-shot somebody kind of build path. The issue with Xayah in this particular matchup, if Fiumpun can get on top, is you can't actually immune the W of Renekton. You just kind of ulti preemptively, and then when you land, you have to either use Gale Force Flash, something along those lines, to get away from the stun. And even if you cleanse it immediately, it's not the stun, the CC portion of it, that's the issue. It's the fact that it's 3 Renekton auto attacks in quick succession with a ton of lethality combined with the Blade of the Ruin King proc. It's instant death, and you can cleanse the CC, but the damage still goes through.
Exactly, and 60 minutes into the clock, we did see a second Rift Herald dropped as well towards the mid lane. Got that charge through the turret, very close to going down here for Vanir, as they will be able to pick it up thanks to Chrisberg, who, by the way, has had a very quiet game but has been picking up a kill, 2 assists, and built himself up a CS lead, turret down in the bot lane as well. He's far ahead of his counterpart when you really dig into the gold, and he's just, a good old reliable AD carry to have in these late game team fights, and his role will just grow bigger and bigger as this game goes on.
Navori Quickblade's already picked up as well. Fully juiced right now is Chrisberg. He is ready to start partying. Phantom Dancer third maybe, and then you're in the sort of apex position that you could ever be in as a Xayah. You can even go for Bloodthirster. The build paths for AD carries are just so easy these days. Once you've hit second item, it really is pick your poison and have at what you fancy. Going forward, though, Domino continue. They need to find some more from this situation, and I think there's something that's going to work in their favor. Is the fact that it's a cloud tile, cloud map even. So getting away from Maokai saplings traditionally will be a lot easier, right? You walk into a brush. If you've got the cloud tile there, you can actually use your own movement speed to get away.
And this is Aluka in trouble, by the way, up in top lane, as the top side of Domino has really been the only side going well. But I should say the collapse is here, Snubby. Flash is very weirdly forward as Fiumpung, the one in trouble, caught up by Chrisberg and taken down. Dredge line goes wild, so no further engage available. But Vanir enter back and pick up a kill of their own.
1 for 1 here. Both of the sort of people ruminating in the bot lane have got teleport. So there's a world where we see Shaolin and Lingui try and make their moves up here. Rift Herald goes down. Expect Vanir to be able to take this turret. Chrisberg stepping up aggressively.
Oh, this is bad. This is really, really bad for Domino. As Larry gets caught on, and they have to fight this.
Oh, no.
As Shaolin comes in on the flank to instantly get taken down. He gets 1 back, but there he falls. It's now Chrisberg, the one to just look to pick up the kills. Yes, there's a Featherstorm, but it's just buying time. As the Vanir AD carry picks up 3 kills in this fight. Now another TP in from Fiumping though. So it's not really over as he looks for Chrisberg. Flash forward, connects, but a flash away from Chrisberg. Buys more time. The kiting is there. The kills as well. He'll pick up another, and it's an ace for Vanir.
Oh, and missed execution from Domino leads to their demise. Vanir kite out gorgeously, and Chrisberg stays alive. I said that cleanse doesn't matter. I was wrong. Uses it perfectly to get away from the Renekton stun and kite out that crocodile. Rift Herald is still going in this top side. They secure the second turret as well. This is that re-engage. And check this out. It's 2 auto attacks instead of just that 3, so it's not instant death. And Fiumpun doesn't have the enraged Q to really one-shot or to finish off Chrisberg's HP. The Q in the minions takes him up to over 50 Fury, but doesn't take him down to find the kill. A little bit of a whiff on the play, but it's Vanir who come up trumps, and that may well be the game that seals the deal, right? 7k gold lead, and the game had been so close to being out of Domino's hands for so long. I think it's finally gone.
Yeah, with 3 items now in Chrisberg, as you said, it is pretty much finally gone. What can Domino really do now? That felt like the last fight. If they wanted to get back into the game, it would require a miracle. Maybe Snappy finds the perfect ultimate on Lingui, but the thing is, he hasn't even stacked up a Rod of Ages yet. He hasn't even bought a Rod of Ages yet, so it will take so much time before he really starts dealing some damage.
Yeah, right. We're on support economy, and you're trying to build a Mage is mythic. You've spent 1100 gold heading toward Merc Treads.
What happened there is the ultimate just disappeared. Shaolin now in trouble and gets taken down. I thought Crispin was going to be the one targeted as the shutdown goes over to Shakal. They find one. Touch now running, but here comes Lingui. He could look to try and turn the fight. Does have the Mega now, but it runs out in this instance as well. CC'd up as Snappy goes back forward, but could get taken down by the Hyper. Procs, it's a 1-for-1 though in that regard, as Luca slowly but surely making his way up. Lingui still kiting. If Domino overextend, they could get punished as now Vanir regroup, reset, and they are pushing forward now.
Yeah, Luca had flash here, chose not to go over the wall the way Touch is.
Yeah, Lingui connects on the boomerang, but they can't quite follow up. So a 2-for-2 overall.
Not yet. Luca may still be fancying himself a little bit here. Fiumbun is the one under siege, under fire, and with Crown, I mean, Luca can step up like this. You jump on top of him as Renekton, then you're just spending 2 seconds not dealing any damage. This is a crucial fight, really, that goes the way of Domino largely. It's well kited out by Lingui after the fact, but Fiumbun, great Prowler's Claw here. One of the things to note is that if you use it whilst they're in range and they then like flash, use a dash, do anything to get out of range, you follow them all the way through. A bit like a Twisted Advance, for example. So it's a really great tool at closing up, as it looks like Snobby has died and it looks like just completely given up on the Rod of Ages. Recognizes, it's too late. It's too late. Spectral Cowl, let's just build tank.
Let's build tank, and Baron will be shredded down here by Crispig with his 3.5 items. Luca zoning out the rest of Domino. Shakay, though, does have a chance to get into the pit. I want to say, but 3k and dropping ever quicker. What can he really do? Twisted Advance locks him up, and he's dead before the Baron even falls, and that's the Baron secured. 10k gold lead alongside it for Vanir. They're in control. They own this game, and despite Domino getting a couple of kills here and there, it just doesn't matter in the whole picture of the game.
Vanir very likely to go 2, 3, and 6, keep their hopes of playoffs alive. It's going to be a long road ahead for them, but the win here certainly do them a good service, and just sort of adds then to the pressure of their remaining games. Look forward to tomorrow for example, excuse me. You mentioned it at the top, Vanir versus Verdant. It's going to prove to be a crucially vital matchup if Vanir finish off this win. With Baron at their back, it looks exceedingly likely they just took the tier 2 in the bot side. And it means that the only turrets left are the ones in their base, or in Domino's base, and they're going to look to try and defend them now.
Stubby locks up Touch, but the damage is just not there to take him down. Crispberg had to use the Featherstorm to stay safe, and he was safe. He now gets kicked away by Shakane. He's down to about 40% HP, but here comes Luca from the back line, and he'll secure the kills alongside Ploxy. Shaolin forced to flash away. Snappy is running for the hill. Same goes for Fiumping, who's running the wrong way. Maybe trying to get a cheeky teleport out, just maybe getting some minions. It's pure desperation as the base now gets broken open by Vanir.
Yeah, and I mean, as much as you're just stalling here in that top lane, it's going to be a staggered death timer, which is going to give Vanir even more time out on the map with a numbers advantage. 2 inhibitors fall, it looks like 1 mid, 1 bot lane. They got the Baron early on, and now 14,000 gold to the good. All take their resets, all head out to that top side. It's the same sort of situation that we saw Nord in. As long as they're doing things as 5, there's really nothing they can do wrong.
Not much can go wrong, I should say, for them now. 7-1-7. Let's see. Oh, I mean, Crispy, yeah, he bought, there we go. He bought the Bloodthirster. He got his 4th item now as well to stay even more safe. I just don't see Domino coming back from this. They're lacking the damage. They're lacking the power.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, I might have been blind enough to get glasses, but I'm not blind enough to see that Domino have lost this game. Let me tell you that much. It's a rough one for them because this does ruin their playoff chances. Pretty much 100%. Not mathematically, but 99.9%.
So, with Vanir, you can look at the gold quickly. There's a slight difference in the AD carries right now. Crispberg, obviously with 7 kills, has got a casual 5k gold lead over Laurie. And with the final push that they need to make really for this game, they head up toward the top side. They've got 10 seconds, 15 seconds left on that Baron. Fiumpun, the last ditch effort. Here go Domino.
Yeah, he's on the flank. He's popped the Dominus. And he hasn't found anyone yet. He's just waiting. Crispik does have the Featherstorm, has the clinch, has the flash, so let's see if they can catch him. No, they catch out Shaolin instead, and Larry will fall as Crispik, confident enough to dash forward with the Gale Force, find himself a double kill. Jumpen's Dominus ran out before he even entered the fight, and he gets taken down by Proxy. The base will be taken down by Vanir, and they keep their players' hope alive by destroying Domino in 25 minutes.
Convincingly taking a 3-6 record, separating themselves from the pack. They had a close game up against Ruddy last week, but this time they've been able to convert on the lead that they've been given.